Hi guys, thanks so much for joining me today. My name is K.Fox. I am a digital media strategist over at K.Fox Creative. And today I am actually coming on here to talk to you guys about one of my favorite design tools, Canva. Canva is awesome because it's a simple and easy way for you to create professional graphics efficiently and inexpensively for your brand. So I want to just go over some of the basics of how to create those designs, how to get the juices flowing, and some best practices as far as using Canva to create professional and consistent designs for your business. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we can just go ahead and get started. Okay, so Canva. Canva is something that is really simple to use. You can go to Canva and you can start an account for free. I happen to have the Canva for Business account because it's totally worth it to me. You pay, I think, $12 or $13 a month, which is like exorbitantly less than any other graphic design tool that you're going to find out there. So I just absolutely love the fact that for $15 a month, I can make all of my graphics. They're all saved. I have my, if you go into your brand, I have my color palette saved. I have my logo saved. I'm able to upload fonts that I like that might not necessarily be on Canva. So you're able to bring over your own fonts. One of my favorite places to get fonts from is Creative Market. They have great deals every once in a while on fonts. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is how you can use Canva to create designs that are really just professional and things that really fit well with your business. I want to quickly just go over a few graphic design rules of thumb, just for you to keep in mind for anything that you do as far as creating content for your brand. So you want to keep your font combinations the same. If you look at, my website, I'll go over there now. Most of the graphics on my website are created with Canva. So I have a lot of products and packages out there right now. And all of these packages, you'll notice that my font combination is the same up here. It's the same. I have a scripted font, and then I have a block letter font underneath. It's the same for this one as well. Actually, this one is a little bit different. But it's the same color scheme. And then I also have this one, which is the same as well, with the script and then the font underneath. So that is one of my first rules of thumb. Definitely try to keep it pretty standard and as far as not only the combination of fonts, but also the color palette that you use in your designs. If you notice with my color palette, what I do is I have a few different colors of this like seafoamy teal color. I have a darker color. I have two neutral colors, and I have this pink as an accent color. And that is really what you want to do. You want to just make sure that all of your colors are, going to complement each other, and that it's consistent, because people are going to start associating you with those colors, even if they're doing it subconsciously. And then the other thing that you should always do is you should use a consistent composition for all of your graphics. Depending on what I'm doing, I have different types of compositions that I use. If I'm on Instagram, I always just use a white background, and I use a block letter, and then I use a script or a brush script type font underneath. So that's what I do. As far as that, I have a client that we use this all the time, where it's just a different picture. I can go ahead and show you. It's basically just a different picture every time, and you have different quotes. So that's what I use, for her. And I'm actually going to show you how we can do that for one of your designs. The key to anything graphic is consistent. So the first thing that I want to do is create a template with you guys for your social media posts. So I'm going to go over here. One of the things that I love about Canva is that they actually do have a lot of templates that you're able to use. And so I'm just going to go click social media post and go in here. And there's a lot of templates that are already, preloaded, ready to go. So I'm just going to go and find one that I think is a good representation of what I'm looking for. Let's see. I happen to love the ones that are just an image and then kind of like this. So let's go and let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and change the image underneath. I just deleted the image that was underneath there. Another one of my favorite websites is unsplash.com. You can create and save collections of photos. And these are my photos using the color palette that I love. And you can just go through here. These are all royalty free, so you're able to use them without, purchasing them. So that's another inexpensive way for you to create graphics. So let's say I want to use this one. I would just download that. Then I can come back over here and I can upload it. And as I'm uploading it, I'm going to change a few other things. I don't necessarily love that at the bottom, but say I actually do want to have this at the bottom. There we go. So let's see. And you know what? I'm just going to move this down so that way I can make this image bigger, because I actually like it when the image takes up the entire screen. And I just want to make this, let's ungroup these. So now I can just edit element by element. So I'm going to go ahead and make this frame the entire image. And then I'm going to change it actually to a color that is in my palette. I am going to go ahead and find my logo and add my logo onto here. Where is my logo? Here we go. I always add my logo in the bottom corner. So I'm just going to put it right here. And then I can change this, and I can actually change everything about this. If I don't like those fonts, I can come over here, change the font to a different font. They actually have some layouts here for types of fonts that go well together. So I can do anything like that. But say I want to say create a brand that is I can do that. I can change the size. We're going to change that to that. And I'm gonna change the color. So say that's what I want. That's what I want my, my social media template to be. Every time I want to create a new image, all I have to do is copy this. And then I can take out the background. Say I want to use a different background. And one thing that I should note about these fonts, which is really cool. Say I want to do one where I'm actually in the picture. One thing that I do want to note that's really cool about this program is that you can then go ahead and not only do this, let's say you wanted to make this for a Pinterest post or something like that. You don't have to go ahead and recreate the whole thing. You can just come over here to resize, and it will resize it any way that you want it to be resized. Say you wanted to make it into a Pinterest graphic. All you have to do is say abracadabra resize, and it will resize it for you, which is super cool and super awesome. And now you have a Pinterest graphic. What you probably want to do is you probably want to adjust the some of this stuff, but it's very easy to do it. And now you have a graphic that is optimized for Pinterest. So that is how you create social media posts. It's actually quite simple, quite easy. And it's something that I am really thankful for, because it just makes it so much easier than me trying to sit around figuring out what kind of post I want to do, and to be able to just come and select a layout and then put everything together makes it super easy and super simple. There are a few other things that I do want to show you, because obviously you might be creating some other stuff. I create all of my freebies, all of my brand guidebooks, all of that is all created as well on Canva. So I want to go in here. For my guidebooks, I usually use the A4 template. And what I'll do is, once again, I will go in here and I will, choose a template. Say that's what I want to keep as my first thing. I would probably just change this into this color, maybe this color. To keep it simple, I'd probably add my logo like I do. But you can go ahead and you can basically change anything you want about these graphics, which is something that I find very helpful. Because like I said, you don't have to try to reinvent the wheel. So say I want to add another page, and this page is going to have a little bit more information on it. So what I would do is I would go here and I would go to layouts, and I would find one, say this is the one I wanted. I can go here, and obviously yellow is not my color. So what I can do is I can go and I will change this to this color. And then it should give me the option down at the bottom here to change all. So, it's already starting to look more branded towards me. I can change out any of these pictures. And just so you know, you can actually, they have filters inside of Canva. So you can, use one filter. Like I said, just be consistent. If you're, going for that vintage look, then all of your pictures should be edited the same way. You can go over here, maybe I'll edit this one so that it's the same way as well. But it's really, really simple and easy to just continue, to redo your brand and to use Canva to just really do awesome things with your brand. You can go and let's say I want to do one that's an agenda. I can come in here. I can change all of these backgrounds. You can change the fonts, you can change the backgrounds, you can change basically whatever you want, and just kind of go through and change all, you know, and you can make fantastic products using Canva. You can also make logos using Canva, which is something that's really awesome. You can make blog banners. Another one of my favorite things to do is to do like event invitations. Say you have an event coming up, you're able to create professional invitations, you know, for birthday parties, for wine tastings, anything that you have, you can create wonderful invitations. And it's just really, really simple, really easy for you to do. So that's what I really love about Canva. You know, the biggest thing that you have to do is you have to find a way to be consistent in what you're offering to your people and what you're offering, you know, as a brand. And the way that you do that is by coming up with a plan and coming up with a color palette and all these things. And you know, I hope that this was helpful for you today. I don't have a ton of things to talk to you about because Canva really is pretty simple once you get the hang of it. But for some of you, you might just be at a place where you're just not really sure how to get started and how to, you know, come up with that brand identity, that visual brand identity, just because it is a little bit overwhelming, and it's always nice to get a second opinion or a second look. So that's why I wanted to come on here and talk to you a little bit about the Visual Brand Starter Kit. What this is basically, this is a kit that's going to help you lay out the foundation of your brand and help you create the images that are going to be able to reflect your brand. It includes an hour consultation with me where we talk about, you know, what you want your brand to reflect, what type of images, what types of design elements you want to create with your brand. I will create a curated collection of stock images similar to what I have here over on Unsplash that use your color palette and your brand identity to put together a cohesive collection of photos that you can use at your disposal for creating images and for creating events and things like that. I'm also going to make you some branded Canva templates for social media, flyers, events, other promotional materials, basically whatever you need. And then we'll also put together a visual brand guide with typography, color palette, brand elements such as logos, and a mood board. And then you're also going to have 30 days Facebook Messenger access to me for branding design questions, you know, whatever you want. This is great for people that want to create a brand but don't necessarily feel like they have the knowledge. If you have little to no design experience with Canva, it's a really great way for you to work with me and get your feet wet and do it in a way where you're not just spending hours trying to figure it out. We'll get it done really quickly, and you'll have the benefit of having me for a month to come and answer any of your design questions. This is for you if you can't afford thousands of dollars to hire a brand designer, but you want input and assistance for a fraction of the cost. And you know, it's really for people if you want to create a consistent brand that communicates who you are, but you're not sure how to do it. It's a $97 investment. If you were to go and work with a graphic designer or anything like that, I can tell you that even just getting a logo created would probably be $150 plus. So this is a really great way for you to get to the point where you can create your brand. You can, you know, kind of be on autopilot and just say, like, I know that these are my social media posts, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that is what I'm offering. If you guys have any more, you know, in-depth questions about Canva, I'd love to chat with you about it. I absolutely love Canva. I think that it is a fantastic a fantastic way for entrepreneurs to easily make promotional materials for their brands without running into the problem of lacking the expertise that they need. There is a little bit of a learning curve, but once you get it, you get it. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful for you guys. And I am going to sign off here. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you again so much for joining me. And I hope that you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.